I'll use this one here. And this one here. All right, the very first thing I see as soon as I get through the turnstiles are the hand sanitizer stations, which is really great because as soon as you go through that turnstile, the first thing you want to do is get some of that hand sanitizer. You really want to rub that in good on your hands. Make sure you get it all over, especially on your finger that you just used on the turnstile. And once you rub it in good, make sure that it dries completely. That's one of the keys, is that it has to really dry in your fingertips. Hey everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and today is Tuesday, it's March the 10th, and I'm here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now you know I always keep it lighthearted here on the channel and on the website, but today I actually want to talk about something that's a little more serious that's been concerning a lot of people across the country and all over the world actually. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of comments, and a lot of questions about the coronavirus or COVID-19 and how it's affecting coming to Disney, Disney World, and the Disney parks in general. So I actually have an official statement that Disney released about the coronavirus and how it's affecting the Disney parks. So I'm going to read the statement and then we'll go through the parks and we'll kind of take a look at things, take a look at the crowds, and just take a look at some of the tips and tricks that you might want to use if you are planning on traveling down here to Disney. Now, to preface this, I am in no way a medical professional and I do not represent Disney in any official capacity at all. This is just all personal opinion, personal tips, personal tricks that I'm just trying to share and just give a little information about if you are planning a trip down here to Walt Disney World or if you should plan a trip in general to Walt Disney World. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we'll read the official statement and then we'll go through the park and we'll just check things out, and we'll definitely have some fun doing it and try to keep it lighthearted with a various serious issues. So here we go. Okay, actually I had to take my glasses off. It's a little easier for me to read. That's what happens when you get older in life. This is a message about coronavirus COVID-19 from Chief Medical Officer Dr. Pamela Hymel. Hopefully I said that right. She is the Chief Medical Officer for Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products. As you may know from the news, COVID-19, commonly known as novel coronavirus 2019, has become a more widespread concern. As part of our commitment to the health and well-being of our cast, guests, and the larger community, we are carefully monitoring the evolving coronavirus situation and are in regular contact with health agencies for information and guidance. Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort are welcoming guests as usual, and we continue to implement preventative measures in line with the recommendations of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, and other health agencies. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and all of our parks and resorts around the world have high standards of cleanliness, which assists with illness prevention, and we have health and safety protocols in place, such as training for cast members with ongoing reinforcement on a regular basis, defined cycles for frequent cleaning and disinfection of targeted areas, easy access to hand washing facilities and hand sanitizers, quick response to spills, trash, and other situations, end-of-day sanitation procedures for restroom, kitchen, and other facilities, frequent cleaning and wash down of outdoor locations, including walkways and queues. Additionally, our on-site health teams and leaders are communicating with our cast members about illness prevention, including the guidance of the CDC. The CDC recommends everyday preventative actions to help stop the spread of germs, such as staying home when sick, washing hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, following proper respiratory cough etiquette, avoiding close contact with people who are sick, and avoiding touching the eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. The CDC provides more detailed coronavirus information on its website. As always, your personal physician is a valuable resource for specific medical questions you may have. If you have any questions about visiting Walt Disney World Resort or the Disneyland Resort, please call 407-WDISNEY. Please visit the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort websites to learn more about the health and safety measures for the coronavirus. Thank you, Dr. Pamela Hymel. So there you have it. That is the official word from Disney about COVID-19 or the coronavirus. I think it's just a lot of common sense practices that they're listing here. Something that we should have learned as children about how to be sanitary sanitary and prevent the spread of any sort of illness or disease. I totally agree with everything that's in here, and we're going to go through and just take a look throughout the park and see if we can find some of the hand sanitizer stations and just take a look at some of the tips and tricks that you might be able to use to just keep yourself free from the coronavirus and just try to just have a pleasant time here when you're at Walt Disney World. So when you're here inside the Disney parks or anywhere in public, there's a few tips and tricks that you want to definitely be assured of, and that is make sure that you know your personal space. Here at Disney, there's a lot of tight line queues. Try to give yourself just a little extra space inside there and be aware of your surroundings. Use your own personal judgment as well. If you have to sneeze or cough, definitely don't do it into your hands. That's a good way to transmit any sort of bacteria. You want to try to sneeze into your elbow or into your sleeve. Best case scenario would be to have some tissue, sneeze or cough into the tissue, and then be able to dispose of it. You definitely don't want to make contact with your face in any way with your hands if you've touched surfaces or if you haven't cleaned your hands recently. Best case scenario is always to wash your hands. Wash them for at least 20 seconds. Sing happy birthday twice. That's what we all learned as a kid. But definitely carry around some hand sanitizer with you as well. This will be a lifesaver after you go on the rides, after you touch handrails, those kind of things. Real simple. It's just a quick spray or two, or just squirt some on your hands, whatever kind of sanitizer you have. Just rub it in real easy like that and just let it dry for a few seconds and you'll be good to go. So I just checked with some of the merchandise outlets here at the Animal Kingdom for hand sanitizer, and they are completely sold out, which is pretty much going on all over the country now. So if you're lucky enough to have your own hand sanitizer, obviously bring it with you. Might be a little difficult to buy once you're here on property. They are trying to replenish it as much as possible, but it does seem to be selling out pretty quickly. So I'm here inside Pizza Fari at Animal Kingdom. Just a very, very delicious place to grab a quick bite to eat. And I do see one of the hand sanitizer stations here, so it's very good practice, obviously, to sanitize or wash your hands prior to eating. Obviously, your hands are coming in direct contact with your face, so definitely take those precautions before any meal and after your meal as well. Now, after you get your food, one of the big concerns would obviously be where you're going to eat. So when you come to your table, you can always take some precautions by wiping down the table with some sanitary wipes or some Clorox wipes if you do bring those with you. Or what I like to do is actually take my hand sanitizer and just spray some of it on the table itself. Or if you have a squirt bottle, just squirt it on the table and just use some napkins and just wipe the area clean. So you can kill two birds with one stone. You don't have to bring the Clorox wipes with you. You just use the hand sanitizer that's already in your pocket. Now, of course, if you're out of hand sanitizer, you don't have any sanitary wipes with you, then don't be afraid to ask a cast member to come over and wipe down the surface area, wipe down the table, wipe down the chairs, whatever you'd like. So cast members are always here to help you and make your situation as most comfortable as possible and to make your trip as happy as possible. So always interact with the cast members and ask them to come over and give you some extra assistance with whatever you need. So anytime you visit the Disney parks, especially here in Central Florida, you want to be sure to stay extremely hydrated. But I would highly recommend not using the public drinking fountains. They are extremely filled with bacteria. Now, I know Disney is very good about cleaning, and I'm sure they clean these fountains on a regular basis. In fact, more than probably any other public place, Disney is highly clean, and they do clean a lot here. But I would stay clear of the drinking fountains. They are just filled with bacteria. Definitely bring your own bottled water or purchase the bottled water here or whatever your beverage of choice would be. Now, of course, one of the main things that you're going to find all over are going to be handrails. Yes, handrails. We all touch them. And of course, you're going to have a lot of interactive activities here at Walt Disney World. You're going to have all different kind of surfaces like wood. You're going to have stone. You're going to have glass and plastic and all different kind of places that we're going to be touching. The only thing you have to remember is just be self-aware. Don't touch your hands to your face, your eyes, your nose until you have a chance to go sanitize your hands. Now, Now don't forget to take in all the beautiful sights here at the Animal Kingdom and all over Walt Disney World and get plenty of pictures. So I'm here by the Adventurers Outpost where you can meet Mickey and Minnie, and yes, here is another hand sanitizer station. I am finding them located throughout the park, which is a good thing, and while I was standing here, about 5 or 6 different people did come up and use it, including one mother that washed her little baby's hands as well, so definitely taking a lot of precautions, which is good. So it's kind of hard to determine the crowd levels. This is 1:30 in the afternoon at the Animal Kingdom, and the crowd levels are just sort of moderate to even light as we pan over towards the Tree of Life. There's not heavy crowds coming into the parks. Now, I was at Hollywood Studios yesterday, and it was pretty busy. We are getting into the spring break crowd levels, so we will start seeing more crowds, but overall, you know, if this is affecting any sort of crowd response to the parks, I can't really see it. This seems pretty normal to me, and like I said, it's just hard to determine. Yesterday was a really busy day at one of the parks, and today is a little bit lighter day, so once we get into spring break over the next coming weeks, we'll definitely be able to determine that a lot better. And again, the one thing we have to remember is just have fun. We're at the happiest place on earth, and look at the amazing things that we can see. We're also at one of the cleanest places on earth, so have fun. This is Disney World. Wow. Alright folks, so there you have it. Just a quick video, just trying to answer some of the questions that I've gotten about the coronavirus here over the past several weeks. Coming to Disney is just an amazing experience. No matter what the circumstances are, Disney is always going to try to make your stay as pleasant as possible, and I definitely see them doing that throughout the parks. I haven't seen any real episodes of crowd loss. You know, it's just a lower volume right now as far as the season goes. Spring break is coming up, so that'll be a big determination. Use your own personal judgment. Use your own personal preference on your travel plans. You know, if you want to fly, if you want to stay in certain resorts and things like that, that's all up to you. I'm not here to make that decision for you. I'm just here to share whatever kind of information I can and just try to set your mind at ease, and just know that Disney, personally for me, is a very, very clean and pleasant place to come, and I hope that you will enjoy it in the future if you are planning on coming here. Again, you can check with the CDC website. Always check at waltdisneyworld.com. They can give you all kinds of great information there. And don't be afraid to call Disney as well and ask any kind of questions that you might have. They're always, always, always willing to help. So you can also visit passporttotheparks.com and follow all my social media. I'm in the parks all the time doing live streams, so you can pretty much stay live with me and see exactly what's going on in the parks pretty much on a daily basis. So with that being said, stay safe out there, use all the tips and tricks, and just keep yourself healthy and come and have a wonderful time at Disney. That's what I'm doing, and I hope you get to do it here soon.